Welcome to Get It and Done. I'm your host, John Getta, and today we have the saying himself. This guy does 1,000 pull-ups a day for training. 1,000, which I actually attempted myself in a video that just came out. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I failed, by the way. I do not do it. If for the y'all that thought that I may have done the 1,000 pull-ups an hour, I failed, by the way. I didn't do it. For y'all that thought I might have done the 1,000 pull-ups an hour, it didn't happen. But I gave it a good attempt. It's hard. That is hard. And he is going to go on and what, in my opinion, smash the world record for most pull-ups in 24 hours, which is like a little over 10,000. He told me he's gonna directly hit around 12,000. That is projected by his training, by the way that he moves. That's crazy. That's crazy. When I did the 1,000 pull-ups, basically what he told me is that it's 4 pull-ups every 15 seconds, and then you just start picking up, you start getting momentum, and you just hit it. I couldn't keep that up. After I got past the 100 pull-ups, my body started giving out, and when I hit 200, I barely had anything left. So it's impressive. You never know how impressive it is until you try it yourself. And I tried it, and I can tell you, very impressive. Also, he trains kids for American Ninja Warrior, which he's done 5 times. Also, he does boxing. This guy goes all around, shows that anything is physically possible. And so, further ado, Brendan Kelly, let's hop right into the interview. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Cold Topic. Today, I am here with,
The USA saying.
and I gotta say, man, how do I obtain such a stash? The moment you joined it, I've kind of been hypnotized on that thing.
Yeah, so I've been on the show American Ninja Warrior and done a lot of things out there to where it taught me how to have a unique signature look to stand out. It helps you kind of um, get be able to again stand out in people's mind or be able to open doors a little quicker and stuff. People don't understand my mustache has helped me open so many more doors that I wouldn't have gotten because it's something I can pull off.
So, talk about American Ninja Warrior. How hard is that really for just the average person on the couch who's sitting, kind of judging the contestants?
Oh, it's hilarious. I own a Ninja Warrior gym. It's a Ninja Warrior and then half boxing, but it's one of the my favorite things because it's one of the most humbling sports in the game. I would say about 90 to 95% of people suck at it. Uh, and then I usually I live in Lexington, Kentucky. I'll have University of Kentucky sports teams like the soccer team, basketball. They'll come there and they all are horrible at it all because they're just too big. They're not strong enough for their body weight. So it's all how fit you are for yourself. And then it's knowing how to control your weight and change direction and stuff like that. So it's a lot harder than what people may. It's fun and stuff, but it's a lot harder than what people think it is.
So, how did that transfer over to just boxing for you?
So my true background is I was All American in football and All American in track in college. I'm a really shifty guy. Very, very strong for my weight because I had to be. So it's an advantage for me now. I falling into fighting later in life because at a very early age I had to learn how to be that much stronger than everyone just to have an opportunity. Because I mean I'm 5'9" and I fight 140 to 152, but in football I was having to compete. 6'3", 200 pound people running through the holes and stuff. When you and now in fighting, when I fight people the same size as me, it's easy. So I just walk forward the whole time, and then you find out as well in fighting. Not necessarily like people can be better fighters than you, but if they're not in shape to fight, they're only good for as long as they are to be in shape to fight with. So at the end of the day, um, too many people can't go my pace, and what I do is I just go at a high pace, a calculated pace that if you're not ready for it, you'll eventually drop.
All right. So, we're going to get a little game going right now. I am going to kind of, this is a speed run. So, I'm going to just throw a question out there and you just gun it. All right. First question. What are 3 songs that everyone listens to, that everyone loves, that you think suck?
See, I honestly suck at like I don't even know names of songs or artists. Like my playlists on my everything is maybe like 15 songs of just I realistically I pretty much only listen to like motivational stuff or hype songs and stuff like that. but I don't listen to mainstream pretty much anything because I it's trash and it just promotes negative stuff. So pretty much any of the top Billboard stuff, I would say. I really don't care for any of it.
What are three fighters right now that you think you could step in the ring with that are like big time on the screen everywhere?
Pretty much anyone in the realistically in the 140 weight class, 140, 147. Now, I'm not saying I could step in with Crawford or Teofimo Lopez or Rolly like those guys would they again they but pretty much anybody else again it's my strength is that if essentially I'm as strong as I hit as hard as like a 185 or but I fight at 140 to 147, 152. But um, yeah, I don't know as many boxers' names as well either, just besides the top people.
And last question here: Canelo or Crawford in the fight?
Ooh, see, Canelo's. Yeah, I'm gonna go Canelo because of his size. I think Crawford's a better boxer, and so I just wonder what the weight does matter, and essentially Crawford is probably walks around 160 ish. I think 160, 170 in that range, but Canelo's. I mean, he's probably walking now 185, 190. So I think Crawford's a better boxer, but I think the weight matters. So I'm gonna go Canelo.
All right. So let's talk about something here. I had saw a video of you boxing a whole bunch of kids in the ring, and I was curious here if they were to keep coming over and over, how many could you take until you had dropped dead, it being over?
So if they're all the realistically like it is what the kindergartner it's until I just tire out because they it's so easy to not um it'd be hours at least. It's just until I'm absolutely dead. So I would say at least 6 to 10 hours.
Yeah. During that whole time, was there any punch that may have connected that you felt?
No, so they get that's the whole goal is that's why they get $1 if they can hit me in the face. So they all gotta come at me and it's during my camps that I have at my Ninja Warrior gym. And so I gotta work on my head movement and stuff and then they get prizes and stuff. So it's just fun for both.
So here's another game we're about to hit right here. I'm going to ask you three very, very dumb questions, and
All
you're
right.
going to pick which one. It's going to be like either this or this kind of thing. Would you rather be in the wild and fight five hippo-sized goose, or actually, I messed up the question already. It was going to be: would you rather fight five uh, goose-sized hippos or one hippo-sized goose?
I'd fight one hippo-sized goose.
Why is that?
I goose. The only thing they can really attack me with is trying to peck me with a bill, and that's. Uh, I mean, and then hippos are they kill the most people in their land, so and they're very more predatory. They could take good.
You cut off for a second. Oh, we're good. Second question here: would you rather fight five babies, five-year olds with the mind of John Jones, or one John Jones with the mind of a 5-year-old?
5 5-year-olds is again 5-year-olds. It doesn't matter that you can. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
Do you think there's anything, any kind of perk you give a 5-year-old to make it an even fight?
if they were the size of a man, if they were the size of a full man. That's the thing is the 5-year-olds are there literally you can just control them by whenever you get their head or their neck, they go whatever direction you send them. So that's the art to it is to be able to do it like to where you don't hurt them is just push them in different directions or gentle with it. Realistically, uh, when I run into a bunch of kids that they're the overweight ones, that's when it's harder, you know, because you have to exert more force.
So then, how do you think that fight with John Jones with the mind of a 5-year-old go?
It'd be a lot harder because he'd be a huge man still. He just wouldn't be that intelligent of a man, but he'd be still a lot of heavy dead weight, over 200 some pounds. So that's why I was saying, uh, realistically, with the 5 5-year olds, I'm just throwing 40 to 70 pounds.
Do you think you still come out victorious in that fight?
These, yeah.
And last one right here. You versus a 200-pound Floyd Mayweather with no training for 6 months. You can't train, no workouts or anything in a 12-round fight. Who wins?
Me then, because he's out of condition. I mean, after three plus rounds, he's gonna look like, um, gosh, who just fought Jake? The Mike Tyson. He's gonna look like Mike Tyson after 2 rounds. You know, he's not gonna be able to throw anything, or he because he's a 140 guy. He's over 60 pounds and he hasn't moved. Yeah, it's after 3 rounds you're gonna be dead.
Yeah. So, what age do you think the grown man strength kind of comes into a person?
Grown man strength, I would say typically 22 to 26 is when you've pretty much got a good understanding of things, and then you're done growing, so then you can kind of adapt to things, and then you've got your real full body. That's pretty much as well, like in the NFL as well. That's when pretty much 26 to 32 is your prime range. That's where you're going to have the most physique usually and all that, be the most explosive. So I'd say in that range.
If you got to create your own custom fighter for boxing, who would it be?
Well, if I got to create my own custom fighter, I mean, it would just be a custom guy. I'd be the USA saying I'd make myself.
Do you think boxing is harder or doing a American Ninja Warrior?
I think top tier level stuff. The Again, it's percentages of people that do it, or want, like, only less than 1% of people fight and stuff. So the in the market of top end people, it's less in the boxing field, because not as many people do it. But when it comes to what's harder, they both are very, very high level stuff. But at the end of the day, boxing, because you have to put yourself in just all these different scenarios, situations, and it's flight or fight. Like, worst case scenario, Ninja Warrior, you fail and you fall in some water on a pad.
Yeah. For that, what was the training for you truly looking like? Was it a lot more difficult to train for that or for boxing?
Well, it's a lot more unique in the sense of a lot of upper body. So, I mean, I'm currently training for my next world record, which is most pull-ups in 24 hours. Current record is 10,001, but I'll smash it in July in Miami, Aiden Ross's warehouse. I'll get at least 12,000, but I currently do about 900 a day. And the most I've done in an hour is 904. And then um, it's when you get to where you can control your body weight and have that much strength, to where Ninja Warrior is what your bounce back time is, but so is what boxing is. So how you just learn to applicate what is needed into my rest and anything. Anytime I'm doing more than typically 15 to 20. So, like, when I'm doing 900 pull-ups, I don't take any more than 30 seconds before I do at least it. But usually I do 4 to 5 every 15 to 20 seconds for the whole hour in a row.
How long did it take for you to kind of build that up? Because 900 pull-ups in a day is pretty insane.
Yeah, I'm at day like 104 of training. I started out doing 200 to 300 a day, built it up. And then, so again, you got to do everything to what your body allows. Too many people try to, like, they'll start at oh, I want to be where he's at, and they start and then they kill their body, and then they can't work out for a while, or they keep doing it and then they run themselves into injury. But what you have to do is, when your body says take time off, or hey, this is good enough. Like, what I do is I get to a point where I'll feel like, okay, I'll be all right, and then push past a little bit past that, and then every day I wake up, I'm like maybe a level 3 to 4 soreness. Uh, but now that's because my body's completely adapted. Yeah, so I'll, about 2 to 4 weeks, I'll be up to about 1,200 a day.
So, last question here, and that'll be it. What would be your dream fight? Big arena, but if you lose, you can never box again.
Okay. So my dream fight as of now is, I don't know if you heard about the new Dragon Ball Z theme park that is being built in. I'm pretty sure it's like the Dubai area or something to that extent. But I would love to fight there. And again, I don't have like a golden opponent or anybody. It's just whoever thinks they're like just who's at top for that. Because again, I believe I'm the best in this influencer scene, 140 to 152 range, and so again, I'm fighting a brand risk right now, and so I'm just going to keep building my name through them, and whoever's at that point where I can get a fight there with them, that's who I want.
Yeah, well, that would be really cool to fight on
Yeah,
that arena. I wonder if they would like do
yeah.
that.
Yeah, well, it's a huge. It's supposed to be bigger than like Walt Disney World and stuff. They're gonna have a land for each Dragon Ball and stuff. So, and then like a huge Shenron in the middle with all everything. So it'd be. I know they'd have room or places to do it. It's just like getting it to where it would be a thing.
Yeah, I wonder why like they haven't done more fights in like parks like that, like at Disney World or something like that, to put on like an event.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty big. But anyways, man, I really appreciate you taking the time. I loved having you on today.
Appreciate you for having me, man. Thanks for giving me the call.
Of course. Like always, guys, this has been Code Topic, and I hope y'all have a good one. That's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I know it was a little shorter, especially compared to last week, which was over an hour. Like I said, that doesn't always happen. Hope you have a great day. I'll talk to y'all next time.